Living in food deserts does impact a multitude of factors, including food security, food affordability, federal nutrition program participation, health outcomes, economic and social attainment. I've also seen that to measure and evaluate the exact impacts of urban agriculture has been a challenge because a lot of studies do not differentiate between gardens that raise food in urban settings for purchasing, and some of them are raising them for just personal consumption. So it's important when we look at these effects of urban agriculture to look at which of these farms actually sell these products and which of them consume them per household.
When used for medicinal purposes, cannabis products have the strongest evidence of positive effects in providing relief on pain, symptoms of multiple sclerosis, and nausea. 2 drugs using purified cannabis compounds have been approved by the FDA for epilepsy and treatment of cancer or HIV-associated nausea and vomiting. Importantly, given the status of cannabis as a Schedule I drug federally, comprehensive research on its effects, whether positive or negative, and the therapeutic potential are still limited, and more studies are needed to make firm conclusions on various other diseases.
These studies have found that students with AP credit tend to have an increased probability of graduating on time or early. Students with an AP credit, course credit, are more likely to participate in advanced coursework has also been found. One study in particular at Mizzou found that female students who earn AP credit from STEM-related AP exams tend to be more likely to take higher level STEM courses. So this suggests, since it wasn't found in males as well, that AP courses might be one way to close the male-female gap in STEM classes. Now, AP credit isn't much good if you don't take a class or don't have access to taking one of these classes and only have the credit. So a few studies have looked into potential barriers for taking AP classes and being awarded this credit. They have found that income, race, and geography all tend to be barriers or can be barriers to accessing these benefits.
Fixed wireless internet in general is a method to achieve last mile internet deployment using a wireless transmitter to provide access to broad bandwidth and line of sight of that transmitter. Because of that line of sight is needed, vertical assets, tall structures are necessary. While there isn't much research that investigates ideal implementations that lead to a successful deployment of fixed wireless transmitters, North Carolina has a very nice set of recommendations for a successful implementation. Some of the recommendations include having the state map the vertical assets located in the state. Both North Carolina and Virginia have done these. Also vetting vertical assets in order to make sure they're located in a community that needs fixed wireless internet.
There's a variety of social determinants of health, such as poverty, lack of insurance, and accessible health care that can create barriers for prescription contraceptive access. And so when individuals have difficulty obtaining these prescription refills, they may experience gaps in their use or stop using contraceptives altogether. And this really can disrupt that mechanism of action that we kind of talked about. And for these drugs and devices really to be effective, they need to be used consistently. And when they're not, that can lead to unintended pregnancy. As mentioned, there are numerous states with statutes and regulations that allow pharmacists to prescribe contraceptives. These laws vary between the states, such as what prescriptions can be provided by a pharmacist, in addition to age restrictions. It's important to clarify that while most states are increasing accessibility to various birth control methods, research surrounding best practices for who distributes these prescriptions, such as physicians prescribed or pharmacy prescribed, and the over-the-counter status are still ongoing.